Hey,
Hello.
hi Nikki. Hmm? How you
Hi.
doing today? Good. Hmm?
I'm good.
You got your asshole meter all like tuned up?
Yeah, I got it synced and charged. We're ready to go.
Yeah, you got it fully charged because let me tell you, there's these streets, YouTube, Twitter, social media in general. Everywhere I look, it's an asshole. Every freaking where I look, there's an asshole lately. But makes it very interesting when you're going to do these streams because there was plenty and plenty to pick from. So, hello, everybody in chat. I hope our sound is good today. We were having issues on our last stream. Hopefully, I can get a check from maybe one of my mods if I haven't pissed them off enough from ignoring them last time too much. But maybe somebody in the chat could tell me if you can hear me. That would be good. And to talk, Nikki. Let them see if your mic is good too. Mhm.
Um, JC, it's actually known as an asshole antenna. So just got to
Oh, it's not
correct
a
you on that
meter.
one. No,
Oh, it's an
well, I mean it
antenna.
it works as a meter too. I mean, I feel that they're the same thing. It just kind
Right.
of goes up as the asshole's stronger. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it meters the level of asshole that there is. There you go. All right. Oh, sorry, Sandy, for eardrums. Okay, they say we're good to go. So
oh
on that, on that, Nikki, are you ready to hear me read about some damn person wanting to know if they're an asshole or not?
yes.
I mean, odds are good, people, right? Odds are really good that we're gonna find a bunch of them. And hello, student. I hope you're feeling really well. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you could connect. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start with a spouse, even though like most of us are pretty lucky we don't have this scenario, but here we go. Would I be the asshole if I got another credit card without telling my spouse? I'm in a common law relationship of 4 years. I have one credit card with a low limit, only $800. I have been thinking since I got a new job with a promotion and a pay raise of raising that limit. My spouse and I share expenses, but keep separate banking and accounts. He makes a lot more money than I do, but is not as responsible with his spending and has added expenses of children and etc. Lately, I have been using more than 50% of my limit. This is okay, as we can afford the amount, but it's not ideal for building credit. My partner recently informed me that he has about $9,000 on his credit card. Ouch.
Ooh.
I know, right? He just received his replacement card. Better cut that up for the old
Mm-hmm.
expired one, and we discussed it, and he won't be activating his new card until he has paid it off because we are now using my card for essentials that are auto billed and things like Uber. I'm the only one who uses this, and he now has access to the card. I don't want to raise the limit, but I don't think I should have to do all of my regular spending on a debit card just because he had poor spending habits. And also, I don't want to max the card out every month. I'm thinking of getting another credit card so I can put my personal spending separately so I'm not maxing the credit limit. He currently does his personal spending on his debit card, so I don't think it's that different. But I don't know if this is somehow steps over a line. So would I be the asshole if I got another credit card without letting him know? I feel like if he knew, he would ask me to spend on it for things he wants to order or when he overspends, and I don't want to have to cross that bridge. He asked today to borrow the one I have, and I had to say no to that already. He isn't a jerk about it, but it's a bit exhausting to be someone's voice of self-control. I also realize I would feel more secure with additional credit available for emergencies.
Mm.
Hmm. This is sticky because couples and finances, this one always gets me. Like, I don't know. I'm
See,
gonna let
like, I can completely understand her on so many different levels for this one. Like, my husband has always been in charge of our finances, and but he's very good about keeping me in the loop. And with that said, he's always very on top of like our credit and stuff. So when she
Mhm.
mentioned like the 50% and like the limit, like right away my
Mhm.
gut sank because I'm like, you're not supposed to go above 30, ideally.
Right.
And the limit
Mhm.
is also really low. So
Right.
I feel anyway. I mean, but I guess I don't know all of her finances. The part that I have a problem with the whole thing is like the hiding, the secrecy of it. But I get
Mhm.
why she's doing it at the same time. So I'm like, I don't know. But I mean, it sounds like he needs to delve a little bit deeper into his own spending issues.
Mhm. Yeah, it
So,
sounds like they're they don't they say that they're comfortable, but as far as credit goes, they're in a little bit of a bind. She doesn't have a high credit, and he's got a lot of debt.
hmm
That's always scary. And I don't want to judge them on their finances, but I damn well judge them for not communicating, right? Because you're right, they're keeping things from each other. But that remark she made really got to me. The one that says it's really exhausting to be the voice of someone's self control. Like to be
yeah,
someone, yeah. When you have to take that on for your partner to do what's best for them or what's best for you as a couple, it means like if she feels that responsibility, but she's obviously not talking to him about it. And at some point, regardless of how you're going to make them feel, you know it's going to be a tough conversation. You know they're not going to feel good, but you have to have those talks. You have to get to a better understanding. Otherwise, like these kind of things can split people up really quick. I mean, the most people, I mean, I wouldn't say most people that, don't come from me, people. I've had 2 espressos. Like, this is bear on coffee crack. Okay. This is like, I'm fully confessing here. I've had a little too much caffeine, so I've misspoke. Often divorce is related to finances. Often
yeah,
the fights that lead up to a divorce or a separation or couples just not getting along, a lot of times it has to do with um finances. So I would say some of the best conversations you should have when getting together should be involved in finances. Like, how do you pay your bills? How do you want to do joint accounts? I mean, there's she's protected because they keep separate accounts, right? I mean, she has some
right.
protection there. They do. But so I don't know. In a way, they're saying separate accounts, but she could have the conversation. I don't think you should open it up. But they're not, here's the other thing. That's a
They're
common
not
law marriage.
married.
They're not
Right.
married. So he's not legally responsible for any of her debt. So she really doesn't have to tell him shit,
And
to
that
tell
was
you the
my whole
truth.
thought at the beginning. Like, I feel people in those situations won't learn unless they have a consequence for it. She's right now, she's kind of taking care of his situation. So he's not going to learn anything from it, in my opinion. And
Exactly.
they're not married. So let
Mhm.
him deal with his debt and she can handle, the commingled stuff. But if it doesn't belong to her, that's on him. Like,
Exactly. And just because he wants to buy something, if he can't afford it, you don't have to give it to him. But these are hard conversations. Like people don't like to
they
talk
are.
about it. I mean,
Hmm
people like I'm uncomfortable talking about money with anybody about, stuff like that. But if it's your personal life, with your partner, whether married or not, you're living together, you're sharing expenses, you have to have those conversations. So let's
hmm
go and see what the chat is saying about this guy. Let's see. Katie says, I think there are bigger issues in their relationship than finances. I'm with you, Katie. I'm thinking this is just the start. Or, yep, it's there.
Yeah.
And Sandy, hello. Yep. Exit that relationship unless you can communicate too. And a big grin. I'm glad I made you grin, girl. Thanks. Okay. Looks like people are thinking this is just the start of a very unpleasant ending. I don't see what I started. It was
Well,
like
I mean,
I've already tossed their relationship in the garbage can. I was like, yeah, poof, get
but
out of there.
Sandy's right in the sense that like, okay, so you mentioned it, finances are a big thing, and they are. So if they can't communicate and they have a finance issue, sorry, like I don't want to be that person that puts a negative outlook on anyone's relationship, but I don't see it
Mm,
working out. I mean, I've been married for 12 years and with him for lot longer than that. And I can tell you right now, if there's a communication issue or a finance issue, it's a shit storm to deal with. So, because we were,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, we're getting bummed.
Yep, I see it. And hid. Okay, just chat, just carry on. They will be we will hopefully get them gone. They're multiplying. It's a bot for sure. Yeah, I figured it because, people are because hey, we're talking about assholes, so why not have a couple join the chat and be like fucking fucktards, yeah, with this shit. We know. There they go.
They're just being hoof-wanking bungle cunts. That's all.
I just added. Thank you, intrigued. I did it. Thank you. If you could help them with what happens is the bot, Nikki, right? The bot
Mm-hmm.
multiplies, and then you've got to get every single one of them. And you've got to find the main one. It's not easy. Um, I've hidden 3 or 4 myself, but let's just carry on for this. I'm sorry, chat. We won't be able to see you vote for a few seconds. If you'll just hang in there while we get rid of this uninvited and intrusive little fucktard who's got nothing better to do. Yeah, it's kind of sad, don't you think, Nikki, that these
It
people got
is.
nothing better to do than play juvenile games? Um,
100%.
yep.
I wish I had the time and the energy to make 30 soccer accounts and then spam a chat
Mm-hmm.
at the same time with them.
Yep.
That's not,
I'm telling you, it's just hold on one second. I gotta just so tell me, who do you think is the asshole here? Do you think it's her for not talking to him? Do you think it's him for presenting this situation? Or do you think hold on I would make sure the sound doesn't come up on this. Are you still there, Nick? I'm just
yeah, I'm
playing
here.
I'm in the studio. Do you think it is him?
I don't
And
know. So I'm going through and grabbing them all.
yeah, are you? Thank
There's
you.
one with some content. Yeah, there's one with some content. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave them bookmarked for now.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm getting there. I'm going to do the slow mode thing, or I'm going to put it on members only as soon as I can get back to it. Um, YouTube is not cooperating with me right now, guys. I'll be right there. I have it up and it's not. I'm pressing it and it is not allowing me. Thank you, Dark Magician. I could see your message. I don't know how long ago it was, but let me get down here.
Oh, Jackie said to block the words they're using.
I'm trying and it's not all right. Okay, slow mo just went through. Tell me if that helps. And I'm going back over to customization right now and adding the name. Oh, it's got a space in it. This little fuck. All right. Oh, there they go. Yes, Deborah, I agree with you. He's a fucktard, whoever he is. All right. Copy this and block the whole goddamn thing. No, I'm just going to copy the whole thing and just try to block the whole thing. Maybe that will work.
Yeah. Still know it's showing on my end now. So.
Right? Okay. In settings, this guy is like, did it kick it? Because I also tried to block his whole thing. Oh, you guys are back. Thank God. Okay.
Okay.
You still
I think we
you
got
still with me, Nicci? You got it. Thank you for doing.
I'm
Thank you.
here.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Intrigued, for helping. Thank you, everybody who hung in there and did what you could. Yes, thank you. It's apparently blocked now. It was all queued up and gone. Thank you, everyone. Oops, Nicci, there you are. Oh, Nicci, you lost your picture. Drop back down. Try to reconnect. Okay. Yes, Sandy, that was a perfect example of an arsehole, don't you think? I mean, that was an international galactic, like extraterrestrial type of freaking asshole. Okay, I'm working on it, and she just dropped out. That might have been what happened. I'm working on it right now. And Nicci?
Yes.
Oh, there you are. Your picture's gone, but you're here. So that's okay. I can hear you. So that is good. Yeah. And now I can't even.
Shows the picture on the side, so.
Oh, you're a little robotic.
It
Let
might be
me
your
just check.
internet.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I'm trying to fix it right now, guys. It might be just all of the. Okay, try again, Nicci. Nicci,
Can you hear
there
me?
you are. I
Yeah.
can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully it's a little bit better, guys. Just let us know. I'm dealing with. Oh, what fun, Nick! Who knew, right? Who knew? I mean, yes. Did we not know? We knew, didn't we know it was going to be fun?
Yeah.
It was definitely. But yeah, only thing I could say. All right, I fixed yours. Oh,
Nope, I'm
are you
here.
there? Okay,
Yeah.
you keep popping in and out. Are you getting like bars on your?
It gave me a notification, so I hit to our faster. We have two
Mhm.
like speeds on our Wi-Fi, so I hit to the faster one.
Mm. Oh, no, intrigued. She said, Funny, first the bot, now the audio. Sounds like the day I'm having. My coffee machine broke this morning and my microphone for work and then my audio for work after I got my mic. That sucks. I'm sorry, intrigued. If I didn't have coffee, if I didn't have the espresso that I had, I would have lost. I think I did okay. I kept my shit together, honey.
Hmm.
For a change. Oh, God. Yep.
Maybe Intrigued wants to come meet another Intrigued feline because all that clicking I was doing when the bots were here made a
Oh,
certain
yes.
feline on my side going, "What's mom doing with the mouse?" Like,
Yeah,
what?
right. Was she trying to get on? Maybe Stella wants to join us. Or am I the asshole? Maybe Stella's got something to say about assholes in general. I think she does. She's pretty
Stella
spunky.
is a
Yeah.
sasshole herself, like her brothers.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
Yep.
she's fitting great.
All right. So, chat, before we got so rudely interrupted by some theist asshole, would you like to tell us if you think that the operator is the asshole on this? If you can remember after all the excitement about her wanting to open a credit card without telling her significant other, or if you think the significant other who is making it an issue because he has such a poor financial management, or they're both number three. They're both assholes because they should just talk and compromise, right, Nicci? Like,
Yeah.
or of course, number four. Like, Nicci, want to do number four and all the rest? You're so good at it.
Yay, duck porn. And number 5 would be Claire Bear's fund to go see boys' butts, boobs, and she added peckers and pecks earlier
Yeah.
today.
Yes, because like, hey, it's a strip club. Like pecks and peckers, come on. It's like,
You can always vote 69, but you have to put your phone number in so that she has it for later.
it's not just for me, it's for the other people you're advertising to in the chat. It's just not fair to just say 69 and not give a phone number. All right. I say 3, 4, 5, and don't. What is number 8 again, Chris?
Oh, that's right.
right.
Vote for Chris because he's always the asshole.
Chris is always the asshole. Chris is becoming, no offense to all of the assholes in the world, but the bear will admit to having favorites. And Chris is one of my favorite assholes. Chris is one of my favorite assholes lately. So yes, vote number 8. We're going to get him to trend for sure at number 8. Oh, and I think Sandy wanted to be an asshole at number 16 today. She called the wrong number in the chat earlier. So, if you want to vote for Sandy, she actually wants you to. It's just going to make her day. Chris and I are always assholes. Yes, Sandy, it is a lot of fun. Looks like everybody agrees. It's like 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 8. 16 and 8. Okay, it looks like people are definitely agreeing with us here. So definitely, they need to talk. And
I'm like a 2.53 because I feel like he's more of the asshole for bringing this issue into the relationship, but they both have a communication issue. So
I find that almost every single one we do, that if people would just talk, it would not. Yeah, this one's good. We're going to bring Facebook into this asshole conversation. I mean, there's definitely a lot of people on Facebook that are assholes. But here we go. You ready? You ready, chat? And you mods, get your bam hammers ready. I don't think that those bots are done with us, but we'll see if we protected ourselves enough. All right. Am I the asshole for unfriending my partner's niece on Facebook?
No.
Already? Okay. You're probably right, but let me read it anyway.
Okay.
Probably right there with it, but
hopefully not because I've done this. So
okay. So this is obviously a pretty low stakes post, but I'm not incredibly sociable, so I'm not sure if I fall into the asshole territory here. Okay, you're writing on Reddit, girl. Don't be telling me you're not sociable. Like, this is bullshit already. A couple days ago, my partner was making pizza with my niece and nephew, and I like to take pictures of kids. They were 3 and 6 when they are cooking or doing art projects. They wear these cute little kid aprons and chef hats, and while they're cooking, and I had bought an extra one in case one got wrecked. The kids told him he should wear the extra one, so he did, just to humor them. So my partner ends up in a few of these pictures, and it's real cute. Whatever. I think nothing of it, and I upload it to Facebook later. The next day, my partner is really upset about me posting the pictures because his niece sent him a weird mocking message about it and laughed at him. I mean, I can't really understand what there is to mock about someone wearing a tiny apron to humor the kids in their lives. To me, that just shows he's a sweet guy who is good with kids, right? Regardless, his niece was being a dick to him about something completely normal, and she was only able to do that because I have her on my Facebook. I only accepted her friend request to be polite. My Facebook circle is incredibly small. I have 6 of my family members, maybe 24 of his family members, and 3 people I know from work. That's it. I am not interested in having anyone on my page who is going to stir up drama in my relationship. So I unfriended her. He wouldn't have to worry about it from now on because she's not on my Facebook page anymore. He totally freaked out and said I had no idea what this was going to start, and that unfriending her was going to cause weird family rifts and resentment. And I'm just sitting here boggled and confused because is it really that serious? I just don't want negative people on my page. And it's not like Facebook is going to alert her that I unfriended her or anything. I feel like I might be the asshole because maybe it is like a big social sin to unfriend people. But I also know my partner can be a little overreactive sometimes. So Reddit, am I the asshole? Hmm.
I mean, I feel like in this day and age with Facebook, there is so much drama that goes on there. Like, I don't really even use it anymore, to be honest, because it's a dumpster fire every single time I check it. But it's your Facebook. You have to
Mm-hmm.
set your own boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
So if that person is causing a negative environment for you, delete
Right.
them, block them.
Right.
That's your decision.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're
True.
family doesn't mean that they aren't toxic. So,
Exactly. That's true. This is because toxic people come in all shapes, sizes, and relationships. Okay. The dog would know one of the nieces that they took the pictures of was 3, but not the niece that was being a dick to him. She wasn't 3. That was like a grown-up one, or at least old enough to type and use Facebook. Um, uh, Sandy said he's not wrong. I guess because if you think about it, most of the people that are on her Facebook are his family. So if she does delete the niece, that could look a little weird. But she chose to put them all on there. It's still her Facebook. Like, I don't really think it's that big of a deal, but
right.
I don't know. My mother-in-law unfriended me on Facebook, and I couldn't be happier.
Right?
You know what? I wouldn't want to see my mother. I wouldn't want my mother-in-law, my ex mother-in-law, to see any of that stuff either. Okay.
For me, it
Deb.
wasn't my mother in law, it was like other family members. And
Mm-hmm.
some of them removed themselves when I made a statement about my feelings on a certain topic. And the
Mm-hmm.
other ones got themselves blocked on my side. So, I mean, I feel like you have to create your own safe space. And if that
Yeah.
person is causing drama, then it's your decision. So,
Right. And it's your social media. I get that. But then again, it's social media. Like, it's not that serious, people. It's supposed to be like, it's out there and it's public. Like, you put it out there. Like, who are you really keeping it from? You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, who are you really keeping it from if it's out there on the internet? Let me just tell you. Like, you're not really keeping it from anybody, locked or not, or privated pages and stuff like that. Where there's a will, there's a way. You're on social media, it's out there. So it's a public forum usually. And like, I don't see the big deal about the whole thing. Like, Deborah
I don't
Young
either.
says he sounds too sensitive to me. No big deal. That's right. I mean, she was being a dick to him, and he's more worried about her getting kicked. Yes, thank you, Megan, because we are so glad that she offered help. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. We got to thank everybody for hanging out while all that happened, because
Yeah.
I know that's not pleasant to be in a chat when that happens. So thank you guys for giving us time to clear that up. All right. Sunshinery says the niece is the asshole for starting the issue, and the
Hmm.
partner for overreacting and not telling the niece he didn't like what she said. Exactly. If he would own up, instead of bitching at her for posting the picture, because the picture isn't the problem. The niece's reaction to the picture is the problem. The niece is
Right.
having a go at her uncle, right? Well, if she's having a go at him, he should say something to her, not to the person who posted the picture. That's ridiculous. Like, own your shit, dude. Exactly. Like, he could keep her as a friend. Sandy, I'm sorry you have 0 people on Facebook. I have too many people on Facebook, and I haven't reacted really much with them in like 6 years, maybe. It's like I got a dead Facebook page. I think I've made like 4 or 5 posts in the last couple of years. That's it. And some of them are only recently because of the YouTube channel.
Hmm.
But mostly family on my Facebook page. Yep, that's what I would use it for. Family events. I have big families, so like around the holidays or anything, I would use it to do all the invites and tell people, like, we would do covered dishes and things like that. I would use it for events like that to keep in touch with family and everything. I have a lot of nieces and nephews that are adults now and starting families, and it's easier to keep in touch and see all the kids' pictures and stuff like that. I like it for that. You know, do you,
I can kind of tell with him that he's somewhat like my husband in the sense that my husband's like a peacekeeper when it
mm-hmm,
comes to like family drama. Um,
mm-hmm.
but he's also not one to let people slide if they're being douche canoes. So,
Mhm. Douche.
but Um,
I get it. I get it. You
I
know,
feel it's the niece, honestly.
I think she is going to be the biggest one in this one. Amber Chick says, I did a social experiment and posted I'm pro-choice Democrat as my status. Half of my family unfriended me that day. I couldn't have been happier. You know what? For me, if it wasn't Trump, it's religion. And if it's not religion, it was damn COVID. I mean, I just can't
Hmm.
Facebook anymore. I just can't because I get to see what all my family thinks about this stuff. And I'm sorry, I just have to not talk to them about it because it's not going to be good. Like I just can't. I choose to be ignorant and run away from Facebook. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how stupid they're being. Is that? I mean, yeah, go ahead, judge me, people, but still, I don't want to know. I love these people. I don't want to know how retarded they're being about some things. It's crazy. All right. I support trolling on family. I support trolling of family on Facebook. It's a favorite pastime of mine. I'm totally honest. Well, good for you. If it's fun, I just, oh, I get attacked. I get attacked on issues.
I also am, but I know, like, I've been this niece. I've gone for my uncle and to troll, but I know my family enough to know that they're gonna give it right back to me because we're all a bunch of assholes. So,
Right. Exactly. We would be like a brawl, right? Nikki would be
right.
like, when are we gonna ever have a family dinner again? It's like, can you imagine? It's like, Megan, I agree with you. I feel like Facebook turned into a place to fight about politics and vaccines. I swear, that's all I see on there. I'm telling you, and I see it from my own family back and forth. So I just like, I want to stay out of it. Um,
Hmm.
What gets me is there's no Facebook phone number. Oh, if you're trying to fix something, I know that. You got to contact them by email or something. No. Deborah didn't unfriend, but changed the settings so I didn't see their post during the election. Yes, you can do that. That's very clever. Like I've had to do that to family, and then you're still friends with them, but they don't kind of know that you restricted them. You know that they can't. You know you don't have to see their stuff. Um, Oh, to get back. I'm sorry you can't get back into your account. It's a mess. Oh, I told my oh, yeah. Nope. I completely understand. I told my parents to leave my Twitter alone because I gotta have somewhere that I can be myself. I behave mostly on Facebook for them. Mostly. That's so kind of you, the Amber Chick. You know, having pity on your family. That's pretty cool. All right. So let's vote on these. All right. So who's the asshole? The girlfriend who posted the picture of the cute little nieces and the significant other in an apron on Facebook. The significant other for having a meltdown about it because his picture was out there and somebody made fun of it. Or the niece who was being the dick about it. Okay, so number one would be for, of course, the operator. Number two would be for the significant other. Number three is for the niece. Okay, and then yay porn, yay duck porn, yay porn. Number four. Number five, my GoFundMe for boobs, butts, pecks, and peckers. That's what it's called now. Nikki, you're making me crack up so bad. Or wait, that was number five. Or number eight, Chris is always the asshole. Six is if all three of them are assholes, because you know what? This is like ridiculous. Like, why is this even, why did she even write this as an AIT? Because it's her Facebook page. Like, who cares? Tell your significant other to grow up and tell niece to like mind the business and just go on your way. I mean, I think I've had too much caffeine. What do you think, Nick?
Possibly.
Possibly. It's just like it's not even, this one's not even entertaining to me, because I just think this was again a conversation that could have been had instead of an AIT Reddit, and a compromise, like, go talk to your niece, and if she doesn't want to get unfriended, tell her to act right, not go for you, make you feel bad. But he didn't want to do that, did he?
Nope.
Nope. Who do you vote for, Nick?
The niece. And a little bit for the uncle.
Yeah, the uncle, the niece. I'm voting for them all. I'm voting for every single one of them. right now because, like, first of all, she posted a picture and it's really cute. And then when he came at her about it, she should have, like, she offered to take it down and he said no, right? So, no, or did she? Did she offer? No, I don't think she did. I
No,
don't
I don't
recall.
think so.
Mm,
So and that would kind of make her an asshole, but at the same
yeah.
time, again, it's her Facebook, so.
But it's pictures of little kids cooking with the guy, and they're all having fun. Like, first of all, what could the niece have made fun of? Maybe the little apron, maybe because he looked silly in it. But he was with children, and don't you act? I mean, come on, haven't we all played the fool to entertain other children?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know, but anyway. Looks like most of them agree with us. Everybody agrees porn is wonderful and Chris is an asshole. I love this. I love it.
Oh, and
Okay.
16 for Sandy as well.
And 16 for Sandy. Don't forget. Don't leave Sandy out. She wants to be an asshole today. I think she's in competition with Chris. I do. And I know Reverend Ruin wanted to be in competition with Chris too. And even with that drop bear stuff, Nikki, have you been in the
Oh
Discord?
my
Oh
Lanta.
my God. Oh, come
You
on.
guys. And then Jackie with the spiders, I'm gonna kick your butt. Just
Oh
saying.
no, I'm inspired. Don't let her threaten you, Jackie. I'm inspired for Saturday. I just hope everybody's internet is good and everybody's feeling well and everybody can come back together for Saturday and we can get the Naked Bear Squad back together. And
Oh my
Saturday
goodness. Here
is
I
going
am
to be
thinking I have an innocent mayhem notification and it's Jackie spamming me and scaring the literal heck out of
yes.
me with spiders.
Yeah, you know what? We'll give you a little hint, people. I don't usually hint too much about mayhem, but I do like to play a little bit. But have you ever seen tarantula porn? just saying. Like, you might. You just might. If you might be in for something special. All right, here we go. Okay, keep your shorts on, people. Here we go. Am I the asshole for flirting at a funeral? All right. Don't judge. Don't judge. Where do you hear? Where do you
Oh
hear?
boy.
Oh, I know, right? Recently, I'm a 23-year-old male, and I went to the funeral of my best friend Ashley's dad, 24-year-old female. It was a natural death. It wasn't COVID. The event took place in 2 days, with the vigil starting one afternoon, lasting most of the night, and the next morning. The actual funeral and mass were done the next day, beginning at like 12 o'clock. This has been a long process for Ashley. I have been there for her all these weeks, and I plan to do the same during the service, especially since she asked me to be there. Problem is, when it all began, Ashley was so busy with everyone else, I was not able to even get close to her. One moment she was with her mom, then with her sister, then with her uncle, then with her aunt, then the grandpas. And I am not saying this out of spite. I mean, it was obvious this was going to happen, and I don't blame her or even think of this as something bad. Better for her because she had her family's support. I tell you this so that you understand that I ended having a ton of free time in a place where I was surrounded by total strangers. I only knew Ashley, her mom, and sister, no one else. But I was not going to leave her alone in case I was required. So there I was, bored as hell, when I opened a dating app on my phone, one that lets you see profiles by distance. Surprise! There was another dude nearby, really nearby, 7 meters. That's only 22 feet apart. I say hi, he answers, and well, long story short, he was Ashley's cousin Blake, a 20-year-old male, the son of her dad's elder sister. Because they live in another city, Blake was not really close to his uncle, and like me, he was more bored than sad. We moved our chat from the app to real life, and we spent the rest of the night getting to know each other and flirting a little. No kissing or anything like that, just to be clear. All while his mom and Ashley were busy with, well, the deceased. Next day, it was more of the same, and we exchanged contact info before parting ways. This was almost a week ago, and Blake and I still talk. A lot, actually. And we have tagged each other in some Insta posts. Well, Ashley saw them, and you can guess her reaction. She is extremely mad at us, saying that it's a complete lack of respect that we met on her dad's funeral, that it was rude, gross, disturbing, and a lot of other adjectives that I can't remember right now. Also, she is ignoring me. How could she be ignoring him if she said all that? Wait a minute. Although I am not blocked from her social media yet, honestly, it's not like we fucked in the cemetery. Oh, God. We were just talking. But I am obviously biased. So, guys, am I the asshole? I know, right? And before I give you the edit on this one, let's talk. Let's talk, Nicci.
Well, I'm just gonna say, like, the last part, the last sentence, we didn't fuck in the cemetery. Well, I mean, I would have been that person to say that. It's not like we did this, but
yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't feel like it was that disrespectful. Coming from someone that has lost their dad, I don't remember half of the stuff that went on those first couple weeks. Like, it's all a blur. So, I mean, I don't know.
And you know what? He was there. She was not. She was with her family. He doesn't know anyone. Okay.
Right.
He said anytime she came over, he talked with her. He was there for her, no matter what. Like, even if he was talking to this person or whatever, he was hanging out there for her, waiting for her attention or anything that she needed. He never abandoned her the whole time. He was there supporting as a friend. If he's entertaining himself, listen, how is everybody going to sit here and say that you haven't been to one of these one of these events where you're sitting there and you open your phone and you're playing like a card game, or you're playing, like, what is it, the Candy Crush, or something like that, because you're just bored out of your mind. I
feel like unless they were all over each other, like in front of everybody, or ignoring her for to get to know each other, then no, I feel like it's innocent. People meet people everywhere. I mean, hospitals and funerals and weddings and grocery store, online. I mean, so what? I think it'll be an interesting story if they end up together, like, down the road. So
right. But it's like, especially if he didn't have as strong a connection with the deceased, and neither did the other party. I don't really see where they have done anything terrible. I don't know. Right. Maybe people feel differently, but I just happen to think it's not so terrible. But that's me, like, I don't know. You don't seem to think it's that terrible either. Also, like, a lot of times these are you're sad, but you're also, seeing people you haven't seen in a long time, right? And you are connecting with a lot of people coming from out of town, or that maybe cousins you haven't seen since you were a kid, and stuff like that. I just
I agree. Like, when my dad passed away, he was from a different state, so we had, like, his initial stuff here where I live, and then he was buried in his hometown. So when we went there, it was kind of like a whole different experience, because I'm seeing people that I hadn't even met ever in my life, because they live so far away. And then I also agree with JC that, like, emotions are really high during that time. So I mean, I know that I was not a great person to deal with during that time. So I imagine that's similar to what this girl is going through. She's probably saying a lot of stuff that later she's going to be like, oh my gosh, why did I freak out about that? It's not a big deal. So I think everybody will calm down after things. There's some time spent. So
I think so too. I'm hoping. I don't, I'm trying to see what everybody is saying about it. It's hard to. This StreamYards is having fun with me. YouTube's having fun with me. Bots are having fun with me. I'm glad you're all having some fun. I'm glad I had some espresso and I still have a smile on my face right now, because you're not going to get me. You're not going to get me.
It's your own fault. You
Well,
threatened everybody with a good time with the pecs and peckers and no pants. So
that was you, and I disagree. You said, "Is that what going to be the party?" And I, why not? Who the hell wouldn't want a party with peckers, and yeah, who
no
wouldn't want
pants.
that kind of a party and no pants? Like, would you say leave your pants on the deck? Yeah, leave
Yeah.
your pants on the deck with the pecks and the peckers, and yeah, like who wouldn't? And after that, you were giving me boobs and butts. I mean, who wouldn't want that kind of a party? I'm all for it, and I'm looking forward to it. So. Mhm. Sandy says, I would have a hard time being mad at two young people doing what young people do. It's not like they locked themselves in a closet and bunny hopped. Exactly. They didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
They were very respectful. And besides, here's the thing. You never know when you're going to meet somebody. Are you going
Right.
to turn around having a connection with somebody that you just met because you think that it's inappropriate where it is? Like, not me. I mean, connection's connection, meeting people, talking with people. I mean, that's what everybody's doing there anyway. They're all in little groups talking to each other. He said it wasn't anything. They weren't all over each other. They weren't hanging on each other. I don't know why she's so upset. Like, do you think she feels like he wasn't supporting her because he was flirting? I mean,
No, I honestly think it's the grief getting the best of her. Like
yeah, I
you
think
don't think clearly during that time. So
and that's what they tell you when people are hurt, when people are acting out, they're not in their right mind and they just do stuff. So maybe she needs a little bit of grace. I think he's the kind of person that is probably going to give her a pass on this, and just as soon as she decides to get over herself and talk to him,
right.
it'll be better. I think JC says that I think the only wrong time to make a connection with someone is when you are married to someone else. Yes.
Correct.
And I wish more people thought like that, JC, because some people don't. Some people actually don't. They're just hot mess. Reagan, I'm sorry I'm making you laugh so hard. I hope your sides are going to be okay. But I'm glad to hear you laughing because it's been a day. It's been a week. Wouldn't you say, Nick? It's been a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
been a
say.
week. I would say. Would you like me to read you the edits? Because they're pretty funny.
Yes, I would
Yes,
love to.
okay. Let me go. Let me get it back up and we'll go to the edits. Because, I mean, he made some points. And I didn't read them at first because I wanted to see what you guys said. But he said, little edit. Hi, guys. I don't know if this helps or not, the judgment. Apparently, people went at him on the Reddit. But I will clarify the most common topic because I didn't open the app to see if I could later escape to go fuck someone. I opened it out of habit. Like when you open Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and the Instagram again. My curiosity piqued because of the profile being very close and the icon that said they were online at that moment. In other words, they both opened their apps. They were both, I mean, this could be the romance of the century, people. I mean, come
Right.
on. Like, no one knew what we were doing. At most, we just saw two guys speaking with each other and maybe laughing softly once in a while. And we were not together during the actual mass or the funeral. Big point here. It's not like they're all over each other, just the extra long wake. Some have said that I abandoned Ashley, which is not true. Every time she looked for me or wanted to talk, we did. But as I said before, it took a few minutes before she had to be doing another thing or speak to someone else, which is very, very common with, when you are part of the family with the service, you're all over the place, right?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But see the comments, it's not like he was like doing like, he could have been playing Candy Crush. Instead, he found a soulmate or something, or at least the possibility of a relationship. Sandy says, people in pain do need a bit of slack. If it becomes a habit, you have a real problem. I get that.
Right.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely
And
do.
in the edit when he said it's like the wake, I mean, I know people's religions and in different areas of the country or the world too, that wakes are different. But here it's like a visiting session and it's usually hours, and then at the very end there's like a prayer service or that type of thing. So honestly, that makes me even more convinced that this is just her grief talking and no one's an asshole, because during that time, usually the family is like standing right up next front, or if they're not comfortable with that, standing and talking to people that have come to say their goodbyes. So she's going to be busy that whole time. I just, yeah, that's my opinion. It's just her grief talking. She'll get over it, hopefully.
Yeah,
So.
I think so. So this one's going to be tough, but hey, number one, if you think the friend is an asshole for flirting at the wake, vote number one. If you think Ashley is an asshole for having a problem with that, vote number two. If you think they're both assholes, vote number three. You want to do the rest, Nicci?
4 for yay duck porn.
I love the way you say that.
Spider porn for Jackie. Please leave it there, though, Jackie. And 8 for Chris is always the asshole. 16 for Sandy being the asshole today. And am I forgetting one? Oh, 420. 5. Uncovering hypocrisy will kill me. 420. No cocktail means no cock in that tail.
Oh!
I almost forgot that one.
Did she? Thank you. And I forgot that one myself. Oh man, these, you know what? We're gonna have to start posting the voting up in a pinned thing up there so we remember them all, because we also 5 vote butts, boobs, pecs, and peckers.
Oh,
the true. Bear needs a fun to go to a strip club. I have never been to a strip club ever, and there are quite a few people that want to join us. This posse's getting bigger and bigger for the strip club. Let me tell you.
Oh, and 69, but you have to put your phone number.
Yeah, don't put 69 in there unless you put your phone number, because it's just not right. It's false advertisement and you're being a tease. Don't do it. It's just not right. Okay. So I think she is, but N4, N5, N8, N16. There you go. I'm an equal opportunity voter today for assholes. It's like, there we go. Yeah, they are kind of truffle. I agree. She said they said they're both kind of being an asshole, but pass for the grieving. I get it. I don't think he's really being an asshole though. But I don't know. I mean, maybe because he has a problem with her being upset about it. Like maybe he should just give her a pass. That's the only reason I would think he's in the asshole-ish category, because she's grieving. That's her friend, and he should be a little more tolerant maybe, or helpful.
Right.
Kristen says no up 2 and a big no to the spider porn. What is that even? It's tarantula sex on steroids. It is. Well, come Saturday, maybe I'll show you. Kristen. Come on over Saturday at midnight. Maybe I
will be hiding during that part of the stream. Just saying.
I think I should stop talking about it, because nobody will show up for that. Nobody's gonna show. Nobody
for
wants
Jackie.
To see that. It's like me and Jackie, and maybe 1 or 2 others. That'll be it. We'll all be like looking at the spider porn. That's it. But I don't know. But it looks like most people agree with us that the guy, he just he didn't do anything wrong. He really didn't. I don't think so anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. All right. You ready for another one?
Yep.
Well, hey, we are. That was so much excitement. I feel like I ran a marathon. Did your heart go or is it just me when they came in like that? My heart was pounding. It's so much excitement. Oh God! Wait! Oh my God! Wait! He's only an asshole if he was flirting with the corpse. Jesus.
Yeah, that would make him. Yep.
That would definitely.
That would do it.
Don't start with. Oh my God, that's good. Oh my God, that would make him a necrophiliac, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't there a term for those type of people?
Yeah, I know all the weird sex terms. Necrophilia people.
My.
What? Maybe I'll add that to the list for Saturday. We'll discuss. No, I'm only kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Stop.
Oh yeah.
Stop. Yeah.
Too far.
I know, too We don't want that. Am I the asshole for putting my work phone on DND after my work hours end? I could answer that right now.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna say no.
Okay. And let's see if we're right, because like, don't you love when the title just, you just know right away, although
Yep.
sometimes I get surprised. Most of the time you can tell like pretty well. Am I the asshole? Okay. I'm 18. I started working as an assistant for two real estate agents, 45 and 68, in June. The conditions were that I work from 7:30 in the morning till 4:30, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My pay is breadcrumbs, but I was okay since I was just an assistant. The first 2 months were fine. I regularly worked overtime and on my off days because I didn't mind helping out, and it wasn't really hard. I get them both caught up in 4 months of work that they were behind. End of July, I walked into work on a Monday and the entire household was sick. They told me they didn't let me know because it was just a cold. And long story short, it wasn't. I was off for 2.5 weeks, the sickest I've ever been in my life. And the 45-year-old was hospitalized for 4 weeks. The 68-year-old was completely fine. During the month of August, I had to catch up on the 2.5 weeks missed work and take over all of 45's work. Note, I'm still just an assistant with an assistant's salary, but I did all of her work plus some of Jay's work. I guess he's the 68-year-old, because I was still working for him too. September, 45 comes home and is still recovering. She ended up being agent of the month for August, question mark. Like, how did that happen? She didn't even work. And then she told me to finish her commission sheets so she can make the money, which is fine. She is the agent, but I did all of the work and she walked away with all of the money. I didn't get a single cent extra for anything. She's still off till October, so I still have to do all of her work. Yesterday, I asked her if I could have 2 days off in the first week of October. I've been working almost every day from 7:30 to 8 p.m., weekends too. Haven't seen my friends in almost 4 months, and I just needed some time off. And she absolutely freaked out. Last night, I sent a text to say my phone will be on DND after 4:30, and I'll be working the same days we originally agreed on instead of overtime. So my phone will be on D&D on Tuesdays and Thursdays too. I'm doing an agent's work for the pay of breadcrumbs. I won't answer emails, texts, or calls unless it's during my work hours. I'm just sick of being overworked and underpaid. I think I'm the asshole because I'm sour over doing 1,000,000,000 times more than I signed up for without getting a single cent more. And now I decided to stop offering my free time up completely. Am I the asshole for sending that text?
No.
No. A big fat no. Although she's not an asshole, but did she not kind of set herself up a little for this by all that extra overtime she was putting in before they got sick and
Yes.
everything? And she may have wanted
100%.
the extra hours, and I understand that. So they kind of assumed that she would pick up the slack because she already was putting in extra hours. But to not pay her additional when she has additional responsibilities, requirements, and have to do things that are over what she was doing before, like that's ridiculous. Like, she should have got a raise, she got a bonus, like something, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
This one is very, very relatable. So much so that someone that's currently working will be watching this stream after on the replay. And I hope they take some notes because I wish that this would be them. So
Because they're getting taken advantage of, right? Is that it?
yeah,
Yeah.
and like so much so to the point that they have a work phone now, but they didn't, and their coworkers knew their number, and they would text them even when we were like on vacation, and I would get pretty frustrated because I'm like, seriously? But
I've been there when people just think they own your time, because you work. It's hard. It should be in your work contract what you're going to do. The agent is an agent of assholery. I like that. It's very good. Very good,
assholery.
Kirsten. I
New word.
absolutely assholery. I love it. An agent of assholery. I love it. Sunshinery says, hell no, they are not the assholes. Right. They're not the people the agents are. She'll probably be looking for a new job soon. I agree. She did kind of set herself up. I agree. John says, not the asshole. I've dealt with something similar. I hear you, John, and welcome. Nice to see you here. I agree. She's not the asshole. They are taking advantage of her, but she needs to stand up for herself. They are taking advantage. They take advantage if you let them. Absolutely, Deborah. Truffle said her bosses are the assholes. Sunshinery, and got her agent of the month, and the lady wasn't even there. I know, but somebody reminded me that could have been from the services the month before, because they do agent of the month on like the everything. It takes a while to get through, so we're not really clear on that, because that's a kicker, right? She's in the hospital and she gets agent of the month on this girl's back, and she doesn't even get a bonus, nothing, you know. That's just terrible. Deborah says she's learning hard lessons at a young age. Remember, this girl is only 18 years old. I'm glad she's sent that text, because she is being taken advantage of.
Well, and it shows like good on her, because if she's 18 and she's already like that good about setting her boundaries, I feel like she'll be successful in the future, because she's not gonna just let anyone walk all over her. I mean, she kind of did at the beginning, but she's 18. That's easy to happen. But she's learned, and she's saying, nope, no more. Like, we're done with that. So,
yeah. Sandy says she quit many a job because of the same sort of stuff. And I don't blame you. If you got to stick up for yourself. People will. It's like their nature, right? Sorry, right. I didn't mean to put that one up. Reagan says, that's me all the time. My store could go under. I'm not there to save them. It's sad that it's getting bad. I'm the thief backbone. I get it. Retail sucks. I do. It is. Sandy says she wishes she's discovered those boundaries earlier. Deborah says she's got a lot to look forward to. Go get a new job. I totally agree with all of that. So I think you all, like, do we even have to vote? Not one person is saying that she's the asshole. So help.
So everybody votes for duck porn.
Everybody vote for duck porn, Chris, Sandy, and the GoFundMe. Yes. Okay. That one was pretty good. Yeah, that was like, and you called it from the second. I mean, as soon as we read that title, everybody was like, no, like, you need your free time. Like, they should not bother you. D&D, like, do not disturb as soon as I'm out, you know?
Right.
All right, this one's a little harder. All right, don't come for me, people, but I like to have the conversations. And this one, I need an answer on this, because I wasn't so sure about this one. Okay. All right. This one, there were issues. Would I be the asshole if I didn't tell my dad about his likely diagnosis? Okay. Earlier this year, my dad, older, had a workplace incident that prompted him to seek disability. His doctors told him he couldn't drive anywhere for 3 or 4 months. So I have been taking him to all his appointments since then. This is his daughter. Because of the sheer hours he's worked over the last 25 or 30 years, he's unfortunately let his health go in a bad way. He has tons of issues he needs to be seen for, an upcoming surgery, and a bunch of additional testing appointments. Last week, he had an MRI on his hips. Yesterday, he texted me a photo of the radiology report so I could translate it for him. The report indicated that he likely has a type of bone C. Okay, and I'm sorry if that's upsetting for some people, but this is the AIT. I told him the results were very bad and he needed to make an immediate follow-up appointment, but I stopped short of laying out what it actually said. And here's my issue. Personally, I am completely freaked out. I know a radiologist's report is far from an actual diagnosis, but I still feel like a shitty daughter for not telling him the specifics. I didn't feel right to text or even call him with that kind of news. I've talked to a few people, mainly my sister and my boyfriend's mother, and I've gotten several conflicting answers. One thinks I'm an asshole for not telling him, and the other thinks I shouldn't say a word until his next appointment, which isn't until mid-October. I don't know what the right answer is here. I'm so conflicted about both options, and I feel like I'm losing my mind. He's already as stressed out about so many things, and I know this would only add to his stress. On the other hand, if it were me, I'd want to know the possibility is there instead of being blindsided at my appointment. So would I be the asshole if I didn't tell him? Now this one bothers me on many levels.
Yeah.
Okay. Not only the subject, and I'm sorry if the subject itself bothers
no.
people, but here we, as someone who is familiar with the healthcare industry, let's just call it the whole industry, soup to nuts, from the back end all the way to the front end. Been there, done that, taught it. Nicci, how did he get a radiology report with a diagnosis on it before his doctor talked to him?
I can kind of understand in the sense that, like, my hospital has my chart, and so like if my labs come in, I think it's kind of up to the doctor to decide if we're allowed to see them as they come in, or if they want to prove them before they get added to our account. But usually, like, my labs, I'll get taken and I can see the results before my doctor contacts me. So
and that's what I'm having trouble understanding. That's how I understood it to be too. It had to be signed off on before those reports are released. And I understand the radiologist can sign off on the report, but how are they giving it to the patient before letting the doctor who ordered it talk to the patient about what it says? Patients are not medically inclined. If they take one word out of context of that report, they could get, like, they could totally mess with their head, as could be what this daughter is doing, because you know, she could be interpreting it completely wrong. We don't know. She's in a headspin about it. She's confused about whether to tell her dad about it and put him in a headspin about it. And nobody's going to talk to them until October. I mean, that I kind of suspect that this is in the US, because this is kind of how messed up our healthcare system can be sometimes. How anybody going for an MRI would suspect it, C of any type, and not get an appointment until mid-October to talk about it is beyond me. How do you do that to people? That's crazy.
I mean, I'm hoping that they're going to, like, put them on a sooner appointment. I mean, I know that's happened with me. Like, they made an initial appointment, and then once stuff came in, then I was seen sooner because of that. So, I mean, I'm hoping that's the situation. But yeah, I feel like the radiologist putting that exact diagnosis on there is irresponsible in my opinion. Like, I know with mine, it said, please see doctor for final diagnosis. So, I mean, it listed what was found, but it didn't say, like, specifics, I guess. It was kind of like a general term, something that I wouldn't understand. And then my doctor was able to explain it to me. So,
and that happens a lot when, like, if you have to go see a specialist or something, they give you the reports and the screenings, the X-rays, the MRIs, the discs with all of the information on it to take to them. And so, you know, some people open the envelopes and look at everything and do everything. I get that. I get the information can be out there, but it can be so misinterpreted. Like, you don't ask your daughter to read it to you. Go let your doctor read it. And if you don't want to wait, you don't have to accept that appointment. You can, people speak up, tell them 6 weeks is too long to wait on something like that. Like, you know, maybe there's a miscommunication. I can't imagine treating a patient like that in that situation. Fortunately, I had a strong voice. I would never wait. I would, you know,
if I was that daughter, like, I would be on the phone with that medical team and be like, this is what I saw. This is when his appointment is. Something needs to change there, because if the patient can't be an advocate for themselves, they need somebody to be an advocate for them.
Right.
And that falls on her then. So
exactly. She now has the information. She should be on the phone. I kind of agree with you. If you don't want to tell your dad, call that doctor's office to get his ass in there sooner. For sure. Especially if that's what you think. Or at least maybe they'll tell her on the phone, it's not that bad. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, and then everything's cleared up, right? But, you know, you're going to have to go a little farther than sitting there spinning your wheels because you read something. John says, it's the father's health and life, and he has a right to know. I kind of think so, if they can get into the doctor's office sooner. I don't want him sitting. I'm torn because I wouldn't want him sitting with that information for 6 weeks that it may or may not be true. You know, Deborah says, it is a hard decision, but leave it to the doctor. That's right. These things belong with the experts. They know what to say. I don't want the information and not know what I'm going to do about it. That's where I'm at. Don't tell me that's what I got if you're not going to tell me what I'm doing about it. Like, come on. Oh, yeah, I want to be a little more proactive about that. Can you imagine? And then just sit there for 6 weeks and wait. I don't know. I have to say it depends on the parent's mental state. We never told my grandma she was diagnosed with cancer. She had dementia too, so we just kept quiet. I understand that. I was in the same boat with my mother-in-law, and I was taking care of her during dementia, and we did have a cancer situation, and we did the same thing. Why give them a diagnosis they couldn't do? It was inoperable. There wasn't anything they could do. I wasn't going to torture her in her state about it. We had healthcare advocacy at the time, and I understand that decision. I made the same. The new medical websites send them the minute the doctor signs off on them and hits enter. It's a double-edged sword, but Dad asked and deserves an honest answer in person. I can understand that. He did ask. So
Yep.
he wants to know what it means. You know what? He might be asking her to read it because he kind of has an idea what it says.
True.
I see you, my Beavers unit. You are not blocked, and I am not ghosting you. I'm reading AITs, girl. I'm busy up here. I'm busy. I love you, but come on, Beaver. Don't be a jealous Beaver. Otters and bears need time to play with others too. It's just the way it goes. Right? By an expert, but that's what I back. Oh, yes, I see. Oh, wait, I've got to go get your other comment then. Okay. Because Sarah said what I was writing. Oh, okay. I did say it already. All right, never mind. Then, now I'm all confused. Okay, you kind of need to tell your parent about what is happening. Yes, because I think he might kind of know, but don't get that doctor's appointment. I know you're just screaming at me. I'm laughing at you. We're laughing with you, Beaver. We're laughing with you, not at you, with you, because you're funny as fuck. Don't let anybody tell you you're not. You amuse me daily. You always make me smile. Thank you. So I don't know. I think, okay, we're changing the rules here. If you think the big C is the asshole of this thing, vote number 1. I don't think the daughter is an asshole. It's a hard decision to make either way. She hasn't told him because the appointment is so long away, and I can understand. But if you think she's the asshole, vote number 2. If you think the doctor's office is an asshole for delaying the appointment as long as they did, vote number 3. The rest of it is 4 and 5 and 8 and 16 and much more pleasant things to think about. But it's a tough situation. What bothered me the most is that information is out there to make everybody's head get all squirming with it. That there is not more consideration for patients in general going through these scenarios. I feel for them. I have been there in the healthcare and seen too many of these things where information gets out without, and somebody's head gets all messed up, and sometimes it's just not true. So, maybe the doctor needs to give the reports to the patient with everything else. I don't know. Yes, Sandy, this is how I'm voting, all of it, because the BC is a big fat. Is a big asshole. Actually, it's a douche canoe, or as just JoJo would say, an ass canyon.
Yeah.
We got If whatever you could think of the worst thing in the world, you can put it on that one for sure. And on a lighter note, I got one for you. I'm not going to leave you like that, people, because the bear is not that big of an asshole. I am an asshole. I'm even a bitch, but I'm not going to leave you with that sad shit. We are going to do one that's a little bit better. So, you ready? Ooh, who you call? Now, wait a minute, Beaver. You're not assigning that one to me, but you can say that the big C is that one. The big C is that one for sure. That's it. Okay. 4, just because I got you back. Thank you, Reagan, for the porn. Reagan sent us porn, Nikki. Yay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. We got Reagan on the porn track there. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to see if you can get through this one, Nikki. You ready? Nikki. Are there 2 of you?
Not anymore. Did that work?
Okay, I took the other one out. Are you the right one?
Yeah.
Okay. Nicholas with what?
Oh, you
Nicholas
did that. I forgot to change it. Dang it.
No, you could leave it there. That's hysterical. We only got 10 minutes left. Leave it there. I don't care. You're Nicholas with pickles. That's from Mayhem, huh? Woo!
Yeah, I clicked. My phone was dying, so I clicked through on my computer real quick so that it wouldn't die on me. And I forgot that you had changed it through that when I clicked through my tab.
It's perfect for this next one. You just leave it right there. It's perfect for the last one that we're going to do. Here we go. I'm a 22-year-old female, and I have a bit of a following on social media platform. I post comedy and nerdy content, and I typically am very open about my life and freely make jokes. I recently began dating my partner, who's 23, who does not have a following. We've gotten into some tiffs about me not posting about our relationship. I wasn't because it's very new, and we settled it, and I got more comfortable posting stuff now and again. He's not visible on my main platform, but in the secondary ones, he is. I recently posted a joke about faking orgasms, and I warned him about it since I wanted to let him know. I already posted it when I told him. So I wasn't really looking for permission, but more giving him a heads up. It has no identifying information in it and isn't even about him or our sex life. He took it very personally, though, and told me it made him not trust me, and I should have considered him more before posting a joke about that, especially since some comments felt bad for my partner. It's really upset him and made him distrust me, and though I offered to delete it within the hour it was up, he told me not to since it would look bad. I feel terrible, but I also know if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't be as upset as he is at all. I kind of feel he's being a bit sensitive, but I'm trying to be understanding and follow his lead to make it up to him. So, am I the asshole?
Maybe a wee bit, but I think they're both. I think he's too sensitive, and I think that if he was uncomfortable, she might be being a little bit of an asshole for keeping it that way. I don't know.
I do. I think if they've already had discussions about her not talking about their personal life, right. I think that was a bit pushing the envelope there to try to make him uncomfortable. Yeah, I kind of think girlfriend here is being an asshole. I think she's being an asshole on purpose. I think she thinks it's funny and she wants to, jostle him a little bit. But if he says it makes him feel bad, I mean, in
the end,
I don't think any partner's going to think that's funny. Do you?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's funny talking about faking that with your partner. Okay.
I think it's going to end up hurting her because, they're going to try to be intimate, and he's going to think in the back of his mind that, is she faking it? Is she not faking it? Like, he's going to self-doubt, and that's going to create a problem in their intimacy. And so she's just creating a problem for herself, really.
Yes, she is. She definitely. John said, of course, she's the asshole. Of course, he's going to assume it's about him. Of course, because women don't talk about faking assholes with, it just, and people are probably making fun of him, even though they know it's not him.
Right.
And Leanne says the boyfriend's a pussy. He is a little sensitive, but I kind of understand where he's coming from. Plus, where the hell does she get off saying if the roles were reversed? He can't fake an orgasm with her.
You would know.
Like, come on. And she doesn't have a platform. She doesn't have any idea how he feels right now. Okay. And you know what? She's acting like she don't care.
Right.
And I got a problem with that, Right. I would be I'm funny, right? And you guys see me on Mayhem. I talk about my partner and all, but I would never do that. That's not a joke. Faking stuff like that with your partner. That's not a joke. Even if as funny as it might be, it's still. I don't think it was a joke.
And she probably doesn't think about the fact that, not everybody comes across somebody with a social media platform all at the same time. So let's say at some point he does have some identifying information on her social media.
Right.
So then there's going to be new people that are going to go back and look through old posts to see if this is someone they want to follow. And they find that. And then they go in months later. And then it's a whole nother problem again because it's been drug up again.
Because some jerk's going to go in there. Oh, you're the boyfriend she fakes the orgasms with. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Some asshole's going to say that, like I just did. Yeah, somebody's going to say that. And that's not going to make them feel very good. Okay. Julianne said now she can't fake anymore. I know. She's like ruining her life. She's not doing herself any favors here, people. I've never met someone who claims to be a comedian who isn't an asshole and deliberately so. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes they go out of their way to, be cruel. Truffle says, no, boyfriend's making it all about him. He is, because they talked about not discussing the relationship on her social media platform. And then she did a joke about faking orgasms. I don't know. I think that's a little passive aggressive. We could get into the whole psychology of it, but
yeah.
John brings up a good point. Her friends know both of them. Some of his friends might look at her social media too. That's right. She put him on the hook. She knows she put him on the hook, and she's trying to pretend it's no big deal because, it's a joke. It's just a joke. Beaver kind of peed a little. Thank you.
Yeah, because I said comes across social media.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, don't we?
Our resident perverts in the chat. So
yeah.
I'm glad I made you happy.
I'm glad. It's nice when you need to show up more for Saturday nights, Beaver. That's like that's your whole gig there, right? It's just your whole gig. If things are good in bed, you both know it. And I'm just saying, that's true. Like, he wouldn't be insecure. I don't think they're a good match. I think he needs to get out of there. Hey, don't date them if you can't take a joke. Just saying. You mean comedians? Yeah, don't date comedians if you can't take a joke. This is true. I think there's lines crossed here. I do think there's some passive aggressiveness going on here. I don't think she's being very sensitive. I think he's being overly sensitive. She's not being sensitive enough.
Right.
And that if they would just talk about it instead of writing these damn AITAs trying to get support. Here's my theory. If you have to write an AITA, you're an asshole.
You're probably an asshole.
You're probably an asshole. If you have to ask, you probably are. I'm just saying. I mean, that's how the odds are laying it out most of the time, Yeah, Reagan, it's only Tuesday. Can you imagine what hump day is going to be like tomorrow? Yeah, I would stay off Twitter, people, if you don't want to see it. It's like, I don't know. But anyway. All right, Nicci.
I feel like everybody has some sprinkle of asshole in themselves. But if you're writing an AITA, or if you're asking a friend for am I the asshole, you are probably currently holding your weight in the asshole competition. Like, you're right up there. So
yep. I don't know. You know what one of my favorite pastimes to do now is? Like, if I try to write these am I the assholes about stuff. Like, I'll do it. Yeah. But I don't release them and I don't put them on the Reddit, but they're fun to write. They are fun to write. If it's like write about assholes, they are. They're amusing. They're actually therapeutic. I just don't distribute them.
I mean, as a Bear Squad member, I would be very curious to be a fly on the wall when those are being written. Just saying.
Just saying. I know, right? Maybe one day, if you guys get me to 1,000, maybe we'll do a limited edition reading of all the Am I the Assholes that I am secretly writing behind the scenes and not releasing. Maybe that.
You all heard her, so you better start sharing right now. Yep. Like, stay in the stream, but make sure you share.
Yeah, share. Puddle says he tried faking an orgasm while having a wank, but I got found out.
I picked the wrong moment to take a sip of water.
I know. I'm joking here. And I didn't even sip anything. If I had coffee, it would have been coming right out my nose with that one. Thank you so much, Fitz. Now I know how you got your name. There you go. Oh no.
Oh,
I don't know.
Pebble.
I don't know. An hour and a half in, we finished them all, Nikki. We did them good because the assholes were very evident in this for sure.
I feel like my antenna wasn't even really needed. I mean, they kind of just were on display. So.
Leanne wants to know if I'm gonna fake it when I get you to 1,000. You want me to fake an orgasm on stream? I think I could do like Sally met Harry, like she did in the restaurant. I'll practice. I'll start practicing now, y'all. You all no, I mean I practice like doing it for the stream, like no, not like that. Bullshit.
Okay, sure, Jan.
Yeah, shit. No, I'm telling you, sure, never gonna have to fake it. No, not my style. But if that's what you want for content, Leanne, when I get to 1,000 for a members only, like 2-second stream, I'll do that. I'll do that.
John, I want what she's having.
I know. It was I love that scene, and it's iconic. Everybody knows what you're talking about when you mention that scene. Everybody knows. Like you could just picture. I could hear it right now in my head. The whole thing.
All I have to say is today, tonight, tomorrow is going to be a blast on Twitter. I just have all these ideas just going in my head.
Oh, do you? Well, can we talk? I want to try to figure out how to get some of that stuff over on Instagram. Like you can't post links to YouTube, but like I can do the thumbnails and stuff. So if you can do a thumbnail, we could probably do a photo. We could probably snap your awesome promos that you're doing. Because man, that toilet was awesome today. You had me cracking up so much.
When I saw it pop up, I was like, because I literally typed in ass and it came up with a gold toilet. And I'm like, well, let's just take that one.
Yep. I know. I don't know. But we had fun. Did we have fun? We should do this again, Nikki. I don't know. You guys, you want Nikki to come back? Because I want Nikki. I could hang out with Nikki all day. You could be Beaver. DM me if you want to do an MIDS. So you are more than welcome to do an MIDS. So I am scheduling October now. DM me,
batteries are charged.
DM me, Beaver, with your charged batteries and everything. I could do it. I might only be able to do an hour with you. I have a feeling you will wear me out. I know you will go wear me out within an hour. But come on, yeah, right? Hey. It's 6. Oh, I'm sorry, Digital. Did we wake you up just as we're ending? Yeah, you show up last. We faked orgasms and everything. And you show up last. What are you saying? You missed out, dude. You're going to have to watch the replay. Because we're just about out of here. Yes, they're saying come back. You going to come back for me? Yes. And if you need to see... Nikki is like the awesomest at promoting out there on Twitter. She's funny as fuck. She's always in the chats, hit her up. She's always in a good mood. Always in a good mood. Wait. Let me finish. She's always in a good mood unless she's not. And then you've got problems because if you're the problem, she's not in a good mood. So I'm just telling you, if you're the problem.
I'm the nicest asshole you've ever met.
Until she's not. There you go.
I'm not.
And I subscribe to that because I'm the same way. I'm so caring and loving and giving and honest and tell you the truth. But hey, bears bite. I'll be the first one to tell you. Take a swipe at me. That's it. There you go. But on that note, I had a great time. I can't wait until we do this again. I'm going to do one next week. I am booking for October. So all of you out there, potential asshole meters, what'd you call it? Antenna meter people that want to find out these assholes.
Antenna.
Yeah. If you got an asshole antenna and you want to help me figure it out and do one of these streams, just hit me up either on Twitter or Instagram, and my email all on the back of the channel. The next time I stream will be Saturday for Mayhem. Unless you see me on a panel somewhere. I believe I'm doing YouTube 5 o'clock on Thursday. Correct me if I'm wrong on Sunshinery's channel. I believe that that's where the next YouTube series is going to be. And then Mayhem on Saturday. I'll be hanging out over at Hereticals on Friday morning. And then on Saturday, there's Mayhem at midnight. And Sunday on the Do Good Letters channel, we will be Black Mirror again. And this week is White Christmas, which I can't wait to watch again. It was disturbing. Are you going to watch it before the episode this time?
Yeah, we watched the last one, but we like to watch it like right before you guys stream, so it's like fresh and we're thinking about it. So I try to plan it out so we watch it like the hour right before.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So it's good because then, and I love that your husband's watching it too, because it's great. I recommend that everybody who watches Black Mirror watch it with someone or know somebody who's watching it too, because you need to discuss it afterward. You can't keep this shit to you. You cannot keep this stuff in. They are thought-provoking. They are sometimes disturbing. So, you need to talk it out. And if you don't have anybody, come to see us on Sunday at 9:00 over on the Do Good Letters. We'll talk to you. Beaver, we don't usually dress up. I mean, Nikki's lucky I have clothes on because it's during the week. And we don't usually, but you can do whatever you want because we're just avatars here.
Just leave your pants on the deck, Beaver, but you have to bring a pecker and a peck. Or she won't let you in.
I don't know, right? And John, I don't know. I doubt Bing Crosby was in this version of White Christmas. I'm pretty sure not. I would say Brooker, he took the gloves off for this one. So, what do you say? Oh, we burn pants. Oh, now we're burning. Oh, we're gonna have a pants bonfire.
Ooh,
there's an idea, Nikki.
It is fall, so.
And on that note, thanks for the idea, Davros. On that note, Nikki, let's go put our heads together and cause some shit for Saturday.
Sounds good.
While my caffeine high is still here, let's go use it and be demonic and shit, over there somewhere. All right, everybody, I'm going to put the outro on. We will see you in chat. It'll stay on for a few minutes, Nikki, if you want to chat with them for a bit. Okay. And otherwise, we'll see you all in the YouTube streets and around Twitter and, everywhere else you run into a bear and a Nikki, a Nickerless with pickles. We need to get you a pickle suit. We really
I swear, Bitmoji, please give me a pickle suit.
Yeah, they do. They have issues, but they are fun. All right. See you down in chat. See you all later. They're out.
Bye.